Welcome into today's episode. We're really excited to give you this one. It's a very, very, very special episode. Farmhands over there and I have been reaching out to some people to see if they would like to guest on the podcast. And today we're really excited to bring in Hunter Dobbins. We're going to be asking him some questions about his off season, maybe some fun questions just to get to know Hunter Dobbins. And we're just super excited for this, and we hope you guys really enjoyed today's episode. Welcome to Redbirds on the Arch, your home for everything St. Louis Cardinals. From the crack of the bat to the roar of the Busch Stadium crowd, we're bringing you all the latest from the heart of Cardinals Nation. Whether you're talking legendary history, clutch moments, rising stars, or the latest hot streak, if it's Redbirds baseball, we've got it covered. So grab your peanuts and your scorecards. It's time to talk Cardinals baseball.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome to Redbirds on the Arch. As I mentioned in the intro, we are joined by Cardinals right-handed pitcher Hunter Dobbins, who was acquired in the Wilson Contreras trade in December. So, hey, Hunter, how are you doing today?
Doing pretty good. Happy to be here and talk with you guys.
Yeah, so we're going to start with some icebreakers here, and I think we have to start with the most famous icebreaker question of all time. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
I go back and forth on this one. I think it is because, everybody says a sub is a sandwich, and it's basically the same exact thing. It's the same bread, and it's meat in the middle. So, man, I say yes.
Yeah. I'm on that boat, too. I'm a sandwich is a hot dog, and a hot dog is a sandwich. So that's my opinion. Here's I guess this is a baseball related question, but what's your favorite city that you've ever traveled to? Baseball or not, it doesn't really matter.
So far, because I've only have a handful of cities. Because if it's not for baseball, I don't travel. I'd probably say Kansas City so far.
Ooh,
it's one.
My Kansas City.
Kauffman, that was a really fun stadium. I threw well. That helps a little bit as well. I had a lot of family there at that game. And also just Kansas City as a city is pretty cool. But looking forward to getting to experience the other ones, especially now being over in the NL. You get to hit a few more.
For sure.
Do you like barbecue?
Love barbecue.
So they say Kansas City's like the barbecue place, but from what I've heard from, just way people talk, they act like Kansas City's the place with the most barbecue, but people say St. Louis barbecue is actually better.
Well, you got to remember you're talking to a guy from Texas. So, Texas barbecue's king. I've heard St. Louis barbecue is really good, so I'm really looking forward to trying it. But, the best is obviously in Texas.
Okay. I'll have to try it.
There's one here in Lubbock that's insane. Evie Mae's is some of the best that I've ever had. And I've had some barbecue when I do travel, so.
Yeah. I've been to Texas. I've been to Houston, and I had some barbecue when I was in Houston, and it was very good. So, I've had St. Louis barbecue too. It's pretty close, but yeah. I'd say the Texas barbecue was right up there. So that's all I can say about that.
I'm looking forward to it. I got dipped the toe in the water of St. Louis this past weekend. That's the first time I've done anything except drive through it, and that was a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to, kind of dabbling around the stadium.
Have any teammates kind of told you any spots or any food spots or anything to go do while you're in St. Louis that you're looking forward to doing when you're there this summer and spring?
No, not really. This past weekend I got to know a handful of guys a little bit, but we were kind of just going from one spot to the next with that winter warm up. So not a whole lot of time to just sit and talk.
You were not on a caravan, correct? You didn't go
No.
to one of the caravans?
No, I flew in Saturday at like 8 and I flew out Sunday at like 3 just because trying to stay on as much of a schedule as I can with my rehab. So I'm good to go for opening day.
How is the rehab going?
It's really, really good. Actually, been throwing bullpens since the new year. Throwing kind of an up-down bullpen on Thursday, and then facing hitters next week. So we're right on track, like a normal off season right now.
Nice.
That's good news. All right, I kind of got a good one for you here, Hunter. All right.
Oh,
So we we'll go into this later, but we hear you're a Dr. Pepper guy. You walk
yeah.
up to you walk up to your fridge, all right, and you have a Diet Dr. Pepper and a Dr. Pepper there. Which one do you grab?
I only drink the original Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
Ooh.
Like, I've had like the cream sodas and stuff like that, and like sure they're fine, but like if I get to choose, I'm only drinking just original DP.
Okay.
Have you seen the old lady that she's like 96 or something, and she's like, the key to living old is just drinking Dr. Pepper, and she talks
Yep.
about how that's all she drinks.
Yeah, her thing is like 3 Dr. Peppers a day, and she said she's done that since she was like a kid. And I'm like, all right.
How the
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper tradition, or whatever you call it before your starts, how'd that start?
I've always drank a lot of it. Sorry, I had to let my dog in.
No, you're good.
You're good.
I've always had a lot of it, and then being from Texas, like that's basically Dr. Pepper is our water. That and sweet tea,
Yeah.
and
Love
so
sweet tea.
it just kind of was one of those funny things that I always did it just for the caffeine and stuff, kind of get going. But then I was in Double A, and I think it was like I jokingly told our pitching coach there, I was like, "It's like I'm just gonna drink a Dr. Pepper like while I pitch today," and he didn't believe me, and so I took a can actually to the bullpen mound pregame, and I cracked it right there, and I drank it there, and I think I went like 7 shutout with like 10 or 11 punch outs, and we're like, okay, this is a thing. And so ever since then, we've rolled with it. At Fenway, we had to switch it up a little bit because they're a Coca-Cola stadium, so it was like we put it in a undisclosed bottle, and went that route with it. But now, like if I try to throw without one, it feels weird.
Jeez.
Wow.
I keep picturing. Have you ever seen the video of your now teammate Jojo Romero with the Red Bull back when he was a Philly?
I have not.
There's a video of him. He's like coming out of the bullpen, and he like just chugs the Red Bull and like smashes it and throws it right as he's coming into the game.
I'll have to look that up.
He like smashed it on his head though. Like we're
Yeah,
not talking
yeah, he
like
smashed
just,
it on his head and then
literally
threw it
smashed it on his
down.
head. Yeah.
All right, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to look that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, ask him about it too.
I will. I think we may have passed each other this weekend, kind of going somewhere. But
Yeah.
can I help you?
What kind of dog do you have, Hunter?
Lab Rottweiler mix.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, she's
Name?
Macy.
Macy.
Yeah, she's trying to tell me that I haven't put food in her dog bowl yet, and she normally eats like right at 7:00 every night. But she can eat at 7:30 tonight.
Cool.
Huh.
All right, TZ, you wanna give him one of your icebreakers?
Well, I was thinking about him talking about his teammates, and I was just wondering what all teammates he's kind of got close with.
I'd say, well, I mean, obviously Fitz. Me and him have spent some good time together.
Mm,
Blaze Jordan, but I know Ryan Fernandez pretty well. He was with the Sox for a stretch while I was rehabbing.
sure, that's right.
Then Dustin May, we kind of passed each other in Boston. I was heading home to rehab when he got over there. But I mean, this past weekend, I met McGreevy, Palente. Oh man, a lot of guys.
It's like that first day of school vibes, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I mean, because I met everybody on the medical staff. I met the team
yeah.
doctor. I met literally everybody. PR, and I was just like, head spinning. But no, I got to meet a few guys. We all kind of sat down there Saturday night, got to know each other. Burleson kind of walked by, said hi on his way out, and so. But
Cool.
it seems like we have a really good group of guys. I mean, when everybody's roughly the same age,
Yeah,
you're gonna get along pretty well. So I mean, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
absolutely.
I heard Burley and Newbar are kind of like the jokesters, the funny ones in the clubhouse. So I'd try to stay
That's
close to them.
that's what the little bit of time I was around him, he was always cracking jokes and having a good time. So I don't think we'll have a shortage of laughs, especially with Fitz adding into that mix too.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay.
What can you tell us about Richard Fitz? How would you describe his personality on the mound, off the field? Like, what's he like?
Off the field, just a funny, just he speaks in like dad jokes,
Okay.
and it's like in the speed that he hits you with them is insane. Like you'll say something and it's just off the rip, like he got it loaded.
He's
and
witty.
he hits you with it. Yeah, and it's like wow.
I get
Off the
told that a
mound,
lot.
on the mound, he's a competitor. He comes right at you. He's he's going to go out there and give you what he's got that day and just pound the strike zone. What's kind of funny is everybody talks about how similar our arsenals are. Granted, I wish I was his size and could have that arsenal too, but no, I mean, overall, he's just a great guy. I have nothing but great things to say about Fitz.
That's good to hear. We
Yeah.
enjoy hearing that.
You want to shoot up with one of your questions, Aiden?
Yeah, I'll go for it. So you're on a plane, right? You're going to, let's say, Kansas City. Are you a guy who prefers the aisle, or do you want a window seat?
Before my knee, give me a window seat. But I'm also the window seat guy that closes the window and just leans up and passes out against the side of the plane. Now with the knee, give me an aisle so I can keep that leg stretched out a little bit.
Smart. That's a really good answer, actually.
Yeah.
Smart man.
I'll find a way to lean on something, but got to keep the knee loose.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hunter, I want to get into Texas Tech. So if I read right or I was listening right, you were originally recruited there as a third baseman and a pitcher and just switched to just pitching, or how'd that work? How was that transition?
So I recruited as both. I actually wanted to play third base a whole lot more than I wanted to pitch. But my freshman year, Josh Young, third baseman for the Rangers, was our third baseman. So our coach was like, hey, you're not going to probably play third base this year. I was like, oh, shocker. And so I just came out of the bullpen, made a couple spot starts that year. And then went to summer ball and actually was hit and threw a little bit. But, I mean, hit for the most part. Show up next fall, sitting low to mid-90s, and they're like, yeah, you're just going to stick on the mound. And I fought it actually for a while, but then they finally kind of sat me down. I was like, hey, like, you can make a lot of money in this game on the mound. And I was like, all right, fine. Business decision time. Stuck with it. And obviously they knew what they were talking about. It's worked out.
Yeah, for sure. You said
Now, I could still get in there and rake, though, if needed.
Oh.
I believe it. Was there any thought of leaving Texas Tech to play third base somewhere else, or did you know deep down that you wanted to stay at Texas Tech no matter what?
I mean, there's always that thought that kind of crosses your mind. It's like, well, if I do go somewhere else, like, maybe I can develop as a hitter and do this and do that. But it was one of those that I love playing for Coach Tadlock at Tech. I love the coaching staff as a whole. I loved Lubbock and so much that I live here now. And so, I mean, it was one of those that was like, just once I kind of swallowed the pride a little bit and realized that they were right, that I was better off being a pitcher. I thank them for that to this day, I was like, maybe could have been a little nicer about it, but
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
but no, I'm glad I stayed. Texas Tech has shaped me into kind of who I am.
That's awesome. What was coach's name again?
Tim Tadlock.
Yeah, I want to say I saw a tweet a few days ago where somebody said like he's the issue, like you got to fire him.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
I was like, okay,
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, I am kind of known to kind of bark back at some of the negative Texas Tech fans when they talk about him.
Yeah.
Because the guy took us to 4 College World Series in 6
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
It's like
Hard to
that
do.
guy doesn't just forget how to coach.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I mean, they can be very critical if they want, but I think the guy finished his tweet with, "He's become an embarrassment."
Oh, that's right. He did say that.
Yeah, and that's where I kind of hit him with you obviously don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah.
So and the guy never replied to me. I was kind of ready for a little back and forth, but
He was
I never
scared.
got it. So
I mean,
I guess so, but
it's kind of hard to beef with somebody who has a personal connection.
yeah, and I've had a back and forth with a couple before, and some of them hit me with the "you don't know what you're talking about," and it's like obviously you didn't click the profile.
Yeah.
Because if we're talking about just baseball, obviously I figured it out, and if we're talking about Texas Tech baseball, I lived it for 3 years, so it's like you go sit on your couch. If you want to turn the channel, great, but Tim Tadlock's one of the best coaches in college baseball.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
TZ, you got another
4 in
question?
6 years is good.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I forgot what I was gonna ask off his other thing.
I'll ask you this one.
You
Hunter.
said you came. Wait. He said he came out of the bullpen, right? At Texas Tech, and now you're starting. Do you like starting more, or you like coming out of the bullpen? And like, what's the difference in preparation there?
No, I've never been a fan of the bullpen.
No.
My body doesn't respond well to it at all. I get banged up pretty quick in that role. I came out of the bullpen my freshman year, but I was, an 88 to 90, 91 on a good day guy. At that velo, you're kind of the rubber arm. You can throw whenever they need you. But ever since my sophomore year, I technically came out of the bullpen, but I was starting on Wednesdays, and then I would throw 1 inning on Saturday, but that would be my in-between start bullpen.
Yeah.
Almost like getting a bullpen against hitters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I've been a starter all of pro ball outside of a handful of bullpen appearances with the Sox last year. And I ended up on the IL with a forearm. You can't really put all the blame on coming out of the bullpen on that. We were trying to develop a new changeup, but it's kind of one of those, it's just correlations there. Every time I've come out of the bullpen, I've ended up hurt.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like I have a good starter's mentality. I'm just going to come at you, fill up the strike zone. I got, 7 pitches. So I got plenty of weapons, and my body preps for a starter, and hopefully I just stay that way.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what we hope too. All right, Farmhands, I think I'm gonna ask him one more, and then let's get to the baseball stuff.
Yeah. Well, we're kind of mixing the baseball stuff.
We're kind of mixing, but all right, this one might hit a little home for you. I love a good flow. My hair's a little long in the back. I don't got it now. You used to have some flow, but you cut it off.
Mm-hmm.
Do you miss it? What was the reason for that? Are you going to grow it back out? Because I'm not going to lie, like you had good flow out the back of your cap and on the sides. So
yeah, it'll definitely make an appearance this year. It was kind of one of those that we were going to see family and be traveling and all that, and I really just didn't want to deal with it, so I cut it off. And I mean it's still not like the shortest hair, but it's also I'm about to go down to Florida where it's going to be
Stinking
a little
hot.
warm during the days and sticky.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll start growing it back out towards
good.
the middle of camp. But, having a rough couple starts, I might have to chop it off again and just restart it, but we'll see.
Yeah,
You
well,
might
I
not
just
want
want
it
you to
in the middle
remember.
of.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
TC.
You might not want that flow in the middle of summer in St. Louis either. It gets so humid.
Yeah, we'll have to make a judgment call on that one. We'll see.
Well, just remember when you grow your flow back and you're like 7-0 with the 1-9, right? You're gonna come back to this conversation here. You're gonna be like, yeah, man, those Redbirds on the Arch kids really knew what they were talking about. It was just the flow. Look good, play good. Am I right?
Absolutely. I mean, I can guarantee you one thing. If I'm 7-0 with a 1-9, that flow is not even getting trimmed. It's going to just keep going. And it's one of those, I don't even care if it starts to look bad. If we're throwing that well, it's staying.
Yeah, you might not ever cut it again, honestly.
Exactly. It'll be a haircut before spring training every year, and then just let it eat from then on.
Absolutely.
It's like,
all right.
Yeah, it's like hockey guys. They don't shave their beards.
Yeah. Don't things are going well. Don't change a single thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, farmhands. You want to start off with the baseball questions, or?
Well, I'll ask you about this, Hunter. Yeah, I've heard that your MLB debut is kind of crazy, just from getting to Boston and then pitching that second game against the St. Louis Cardinals, actually. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of now it's a full circle moment for you now, being on the Cardinals after debuting against them on Sunday Night Baseball. Can you kind of just go through the whole story there?
Yeah. So it was the first week of the AAA season. I came out of the bullpen. I was kind of piggybacking. Brian Bowe was making a rehab start. So on Tuesday, I had the worst outing of my probably life.
Oh.
Came in. I think it was second and third. Walked the first guy 4 pitches. Go 3-0 to the next guy. Groove a fastball. Give up a 3-0 grand slam. I end up giving up 5 runs of mine, so 7 runs total. 2 home runs, like absolutely horrible outing. Well, they're like, hey, you're going to do it again on Sunday. I was like, oh, great. So I was mentally prepared for that. Well, Saturday night, we're all walking out to go to the dugout for the game, still in Jacksonville, Florida. And our manager calls us in and says, hey, wish I could do this big thing for you in front of all the guys, but I just got a call. We got to get you on a plane to Boston. I was like, whoa, what? I was like, after that? And he's like, I don't know if you're even pitching, but you're the 27th guy. You're going to be there if they need you. We just got to get you there. So obviously called the family, called my wife, my parents. And actually a ice storm was going through Texas at that time too. So it was a miracle my family got up there. But anyways, I get there, walk over to the stadium Sunday, and they're like, hey, we don't know what the plan is for you yet. Just kind of hang tight. I'm like, all right. I was like, okay. I have a portable locker just chilling. And then about an hour before the first game, Cora walks over and goes, hey, you're going to start game 2 tonight.
Oh, man.
I was like, oh, okay. And I told the story at winter warm-up. I was like, I can't remember who it was, but one of the guys walked over and go, oh, by the way, it's Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN. I was like, thanks. Like that's so comforting.
Yeah.
But no, man, then I went out to the dugout for the first game, kind of took it all in. Yeah, and then my first inning against the Cardinals, they kind of sped up on me a little bit. We were able to execute that timing pick. That kind of settled me in. And got Burley on a bad slider. He actually he gave me a hard time about that this past weekend. He's like, yeah. He walked by me and he goes, yeah, that slider, it didn't do what it was supposed to do. That thing backed up. And I was like, yeah, it was not a good one. but no, yeah, it's cool now that like full circle, coming over from one storied franchise to another one. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. How does that Heim Bloom connection work? You now have been acquired by Heim Bloom twice. You know, have you ever had conversations with him, when you got drafted and now in St. Louis? Like, what does it feel like that for a guy to have that much trust in you and your
I mean,
abilities?
it means a lot because his job rides on our performance.
Mm-hmm.
He drafted me, and then he had conversations with me every time he saw me coming up with the Sox, and then he was the first person I heard from after the trade went through. Obviously, I talked to Breslow right before it broke with the Sox, and then Tom was the first one to call me and was basically, "Hey man, we're so excited for you to be here. We can't wait." He's like, "Let's get healthy and let's get after it." But now it means a lot. It puts, I know that they trust me a lot, but just got to find a way to go out there and show them that it was worth it.
Absolutely. Does that feel like a reset for you, or do you feel like you have to prove something to Heim Bloom?
I mean, my mentality is it's just another day at the office.
Perfect.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's the same game, no matter
Mm-hmm.
what jersey you're wearing, what stadium you're in. As a pitcher, I'm not a hitter where I have to I have to worry about the wall dimensions or anything. It's like my mound is 60 feet 6 inches, and the plate is 17 inches across every single time. So I'm just going to go out there. We made some tweaks this offseason based on my results from last year that I think are going to be really good. And so I'm just going to go do my thing, and hopefully it works out.
What are you kind of working on this offseason, or how much can you work on when you're rehabbing from a knee injury like that?
Well, thankfully, if there's a silver lining in the knee injury, I did it at the perfect time because for my normal offseason mound buildup, it's been almost completely normal.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I even got basically an extra month of long tossing in before my mound started. So,
Oh, good.
arm's in a really good spot. You know, I'll put it this way. We've made some delivery tweaks to kind of get some easier power, hopefully carry that fastball velo later into some games. And also, I think some of the tweaks we're making, I think the shapes on some of the stuff is going to be better. So, and we also may or may not have added a pitch in there. So we'll see how it all looks in spring training.
Are
Well,
you
we're
going to be ready
excited.
in spring?
Yeah, I face hitters next week, and as long as I don't do anything stupid and hurt the knee in some way, because I'm not going to do it in baseball. The knee's good to go. I should roll into spring training almost completely normal.
Sweet.
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome. I
You
think
going?
that's
You going for that opening day start or what? It's
We'll
wide
see.
open now.
We'll see. I know we got a handful of guys that are all going to be competing for it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of guys have, made some changes and that's what I'm kind of one of the things I'm excited about is like we have such a young group that can just push each other to see and just compete nonstop, not only against the other teams, but like it feels like everybody has a mentality of like, let's see who can become that top dog and who can, turn into a front of the rotation arm. And I honestly, like talking to the guys, I think there's a few of us that could get it. So we'll see.
yeah, absolutely. You kind of mentioned you had conversations with Breslow before you were moved. So obviously that wasn't like a surprise to you, I would guess, if you had conversations. Were you like aware of it like within 24 hours of it happening or like weeks?
No, whenever I say I had conversations with him, it was the conversation I had with him was 30 seconds before Passon dropped the tweet.
Oh,
It,
so
it
it
was,
was pretty spanking news to you. It was surprising.
yeah, yeah. It basically, so I saw where I was in some rumors with the Cattell Marte and stuff like that. And so, I was like, oh, once I survived winter meetings, I was like, oh, okay, like I'm not getting traded.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And then all of a sudden, I saw the Cardinals kind of rumors going out there a little bit, and I was like, oh, okay, like that's something. And then I realized that Bloom was over there, and I actually remember like making a joke with someone. I was like, oh, like Heim's over there. I might go over there. And and so then I'm sitting out by the fire, just got done eating, and I'm watching football with my dad and little brother. And all of a sudden I look down, and my phone's ringing, and Breslow's number pops up, and I was like, that's weird. And I opened it, and the first thing he said was ask me how I was, and then I could tell by the tone of his voice, I was like, all right, I got traded.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, stuff's already starting to kind of leak out. He goes, I just wanted to make sure that I told you before anything broke, and so you heard it from me. And then we kind of had a little conversation. But, yeah, I was like, as soon as I hung up, Paston's tweet pops up. I was like, well, he wasn't lying. That stuff was starting to leak out there. So
Mm.
it was pretty quick.
I know it probably sucks to kind of hear that you're getting traded, but we're happy to have you here.
Oh, I mean, it was one of those that's when you come up, especially as a young guy, it's a possibility. I think the part that sucks the most is being in that org for 5 years. I know most of the guys from, low A up.
Yeah.
And I've tried to make it a point to get to know the younger guys, to be that guy, like, even when I was just in AAA, like, be the AAA guy that, when I was way in talks to the low A guy. And so, I left a lot of friends, but no, I'm 20 hours closer to home. I'm closer to family. I'm, a really good group of guys, and also a great city. So it's one of those, couldn't be happier, and I'm excited.
Yeah.
It sounds like you were a good leader too, and clearly the Cardinals need that, like, leadership, that they say veteran leadership, and you kind of showed that.
I don't think I don't quite have the veteran title yet, but we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, my favorite, or the best part of it all, was I'd already submitted my gloves for the year, and I didn't need to tweak them too much because I'm still on a red team with some navy blue, so we're good.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You work with high school kids during the off season. You do some training and some lessons and stuff. How does that work, and how is that similar to you talking to those low A and single A guys?
So this year I've only done a few kind of here and there. With the rehab and the first taste of the big leagues, I had my list of things I wanted to address that I think will help me take the next step. So my focus has really been on my training. But I still have a few kids that I've had for years. I would say, like, obviously those guys, I'm trying to pass down the game of baseball and how to play the game right, and how to be a pitcher. I feel like the conversations with the lower level guys, and even just other ball players, it's more so of just, hey, how are you doing? Like, you know how to play the game. Like, if you have any questions, or like you're curious about something new, like, sure, I'll talk with you. But more, it's like, hey, how are you doing? Like, as a person, like, just getting to know them personally, and just having that connection.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's important for kids to hear, I feel like. So.
Oh yeah, what I always tell people is, if we don't pass down the game's going to die. So it's, and I want to help kids learn how to pitch and do it in a healthy way. And some of them give me a hard time. They're like, well, you've had Tommy John. And I was like, well, I had Tommy John because I was 6'1", 180 pounds, and I was throwing 95. I was like, body doesn't hold up very long when you do that. But no, it's like, I just want to help kids be as healthy as they can while throwing the ball.
That's really cool. I'm glad you get to do that. Do you have any goals this year? Like what are some of your goals for this upcoming season? I'm interested to hear that.
Personally, I want 180 plus innings.
Nice.
I know my career high is 130, I think, right around there. And I only logged like 60 something this year. So I know that's a kind of a lofty number, but it's one of those, I think my body's in a good spot to do that. I think that, my stuff, my arsenal, the way I pitch is going to help me get there. Because, like I said, I'm not the most strikeout oriented pitcher. I'm weak contact. I want to be standing out there in the 7th inning. If I get a strikeout, great. If I can get you to pop up on pitch 1 of the at bat, even better. So 180 innings. Obviously, let's keep that ERA as low as we possibly can.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, just the innings one is the biggest thing because that means I'm standing out there, I'm on the mound competing for the guys, and obviously, if I'm throwing that many innings, I'm doing something right.
Cardinal
Absolutely.
fans always hate to hear it, but Busch is a good stadium for contact, and like we're known for going after that type of pitcher.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like baseball is going to make its way back to kind of the contact-oriented pitcher. You're going to have your Garrett Crochets, your Tiger School, your Paul Skeens, like those guys
Mhm.
that just go get their strikeouts. I mean, those
Yeah.
guys are. I mean, it's weird to say we have a once-in-a-generation pitcher, and we got 3 of them right now. So
Yeah.
it's those
Yeah.
guys are going to get theirs, but I mean, and that's not saying that I can't get my fair share of them, but I know
Yeah.
my game is going to be best if I get that weak contact and let guys like Mason Wynn, Blaze Jordan, and those guys do some work.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got one of the best shortstops in the game behind you. I don't know how much you know about his defense, but it is very good.
Oh, I know he's incredible out there, and I mean, you don't win a Gold Glove for no reason. So that's one of those having a guy like that. If you want to hit, if I go a complete game and I get 27 ground balls to shortstop, I am completely okay with that. You just try to get it past him.
You also got Victor Scott out there in center field, and
Yeah.
he'll cover a lot of ground for you out there. So if the ball gets in the air, as long as it's in the park, he's gonna go get it for sure.
Yeah, I'm a little used to that one, and also, I mean, good defense at shortstop. But no, I can't wait to play with those guys behind me. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
pretty much set up the middle.
Yeah, and I think we got some young guys that on the corners and behind
Yeah.
the dish, and even in the outfield. I think we got a really good group of young guys that are going to grow, and I think we're going to win a lot of ball games in the next few years.
Yeah, that's what Cardinals fans are excited about. They're excited about this new youth movement. We're excited to see progression from the farm system. There's just a lot trending for this organization, and we fans see that. The Cardinals fans are some of the most involved fans in baseball, and we like honesty, we like transparency, and we feel like we've gotten that this off season, and we're very excited about that.
Oh yeah, and Heim's done kind of everywhere he goes. He's done a really good job of having a clear goal. Like, hey, this is what we're doing, and these are the guys that we trust to get that job done. And I feel like that's kind of the group we got assembled. And even from the little bit of time I was with the guys up there, it seems like everybody's just a fun, loving, just good group of guys. And I said this a couple times just when I warm up. I was like, when you get a group of guys that just love being together and playing ball together, you never know what will happen. Baseball's a weird game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, either of you have any more questions?
It's not really baseball related, but like, how much you know about St. Louis?
Honestly, outside of barbecue, I know the jazz and music scene's pretty big. And then obviously that, diehard Cardinals fans, because, baseball and the NHL are the only teams there that fans are diehard. I've heard the people there are pretty awesome, but, I don't know a whole lot. I'm looking forward to hopefully getting to know the city for quite a few years now
Yeah.
and learn more.
Well, I'm the only one from the St. Louis area out of us three, and I was just gonna tell you a few things. Like, one thing, we always make a joke about recruiting people to St. Louis. Like, when Aaron Judge was a free agent, we're like, doesn't he want to come here for our free zoo? Like, we have one of the best zoos and it's free. So that's like a joke we
All right.
use all the time. And then we were talking about food earlier. St. Louis is known for like toasted ravioli, and if you like pizza, our famous pizza is Emo's. I really like
Okay,
Emo's. It's my favorite. I definitely think you should try that.
I
And
definitely will.
and another thing is our other sports team is the Blues. I highly recommend a Blues game if you like hockey at all. They're
I,
really fun.
I'm getting into hockey. I being up in New England, you start to kind of watch it a little bit just because it's everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So I mean, I'm definitely going to go catch probably a few Blues games. I've heard hockey games a great place to have a beer and just watch the game.
Yeah. The season's been a little rough this year, but it's still always a fun environment up there.
Oh yeah, man. Hopefully, I catch one where a couple fights break out. That's always that's my favorite part so far. Still learning the game, but I enjoy the occasional boxing match out there.
Yeah.
Need to bring that into baseball.
Agreed.
Yeah, without suspensions, right?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like if a pitcher and a hitter get into it, until they go to the ground, you just kind of let them get it out of their system. I don't see an issue with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
So if Connolly
as long
early hits a base hit off you, are you charging at him then?
Well, if Connolly early gets a base hit off me, I've done something terribly wrong. But no, if Roman or Marcelo was in the box, I might jokingly charge at him or something. But
or just pluck them.
that
Oh,
one might be awkward. That might be an awkward text message after the game.
yeah, that would be very awkward.
But oh man, but no, I'm excited to kind of be in St. Louis and get to know the ins and outs of the city. Hopefully, I'm here for not just the rest of the rookie contract, for more than that afterwards.
Well, we hope
Love
the
to
same,
hear it.
Hunter. I can
We
tell you
like
we were
players that want to
excited.
be here.
Oh yeah, I mean it's I'm all for the because strangely enough, St. Louis is smaller than Lubbock is, and so
Yeah.
I'm all for kind of a more intimate city where people really care or really invested. So I'm looking forward to it and looking forward to kind of growing with this group and, like I said earlier, winning a lot of ball games for years to come.
Yeah,
Be
I think
careful
we all
driving
will say
around
the
St.
same.
Louis. They don't follow the rules in St. Louis.
That sounds like Texas. That'll be fine. I got a big enough truck that people typically just get out the way.
That's
Are you a
what a lot of
Ford?
the cars think.
Yeah, I got a Ford dually, so
Okay.
Boom.
yeah. People kind of get out the way because it's a fight that they won't win.
Yeah. Lifted?
Yeah.
Yeah. How lifted is it? I don't know the term for it. Is it?
So mine's not lifted. It's technically leveled. So it's like just the front end's brought up a little bit, so it sits nice and even. But I got some bigger tires on it, and so
There
it
you
sits
go.
up pretty tall.
You got any underglow?
No.
No, you're not into that.
It's I got it completely blacked out. Like everything on the
Oh,
outside
there you
is
go.
completely blacked out. So
Is it matte or just? It's just.
no, it's kind of that shiny Ford,
Okay. Yeah.
black. So, but
Jesus.
we're still finding little things to tweak here and there. So who knows what I'll add to it next.
Might have to be underglow. Might have to get Cardinal red under there.
Maybe
Actually, don't do that. That might be illegal. Actually.
We'll see. I mean, I'm all for a good red and black. That seems to red and black seems to follow me around quite a bit ever since Texas Tech. So, I mean, I'm not opposed to that look.
Okay.
Hmm.
But,
Well, you boys got anything else?
No.
Oh,
TZ.
I'm all good. I think his dog's hungry.
yeah, she hasn't stopped looking at me right here. She's like,
Poor thing.
come on, let's go.
Well, thank you for coming on, Hunter. We appreciate your time and have a good season. look forward to seeing you in Jupiter here in a few weeks and watch you pitch in spring training. So.
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait to get up there. Hopefully see y'all soon. And appreciate y'all waiting on me for a little bit.
Absolutely.
Hey,
we wouldn't miss it for the world.
Absolutely. Y'all have a good one.
You too.
Yeah, you too.
You guys.
See you, Hunter.
Thank you for joining today's episode. If you like what you heard and you're listening to us on Spotify, make sure you follow us there on Spotify. If you want to keep up with when episodes come out, or if you want to keep up with live content, make sure you follow us on Twitter at Redbirds on Arch.
If you're interested in our personal content, you can follow me, Tyler Gettinger, at Redbird Farmhand. You can follow Tyler Zumwalt, TZ, at Zumwalt_Tyler, or you can follow Aiden over there at Aiden Gray 8.